On behalf of the Carlton Football Club board, I'd like to congratulate our new senior coach to lead our football team. It's an exciting time for all our Carlton members as we move forward in the journey.
Cheers for that introduction, mate. Don't know who the fuck you are, but good job. Look, first and foremost, just want to thank the Carlton Football Club for giving me the opportunity as their new senior coach. I thought Brendan Bolton was doing a good job, but suck shit, mate. I've got the gig now. We are going to keep him on board as my assistant coach, though he is some good value. We aren't expected to do big things down there at Carlton, but we do have a strong young developing list who I think are the future of the AFL. Keep an eye on us, because I can assure you, moving forward, there's going to be some big things happening. Thanks, go Blues. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
His name is Go Zero.
What's going on, guys and girls? This is our God Zero, finally bringing you a coach career for AFL Evolution, and as the opening would have suggested, the straw poll vote has been completed and Carlton Football Club was the club most voted for by you guys. We're going to have a look at the match objectives for our first JLT hit out. We've got 2 interceptions, 3 goal assists and 5 torpedo goals. Pretty easy to kick it off, I think. Now, I have set up my team with a few rookies that weren't on the team to start off with. JLT is all about giving the youngsters a go, and I'm all about giving the youngsters a crack at the Carlton Football Club this season. So here we go with our first hit out as coach. Hopefully we can get the job done over Melbourne. As always, guys, thank you for joining me, and if you have liked the AFL Evolution series thus far, be sure to smash that thumbs up button to show your support. And if you're new and haven't already, be sure to subscribe, not only to follow the new coach career mode, but also the pro career mode that I have been uploading as well onto the channel. Upload wise, I'm looking at mixing it up, so at the moment I'm only doing 1 upload a day, so you can expect one day to have a pro career upload and the following day to have a coach career upload, and then so on and so on. Until I can get a more frequent schedule going, then eventually I'm looking at bringing both a pro and coach career video per day. But at the moment, just the one. So here we go. Have a look at Melbourne's lineup. And have a look at here for Carlton. I did bring in Caleb Marchbank, but unfortunately he doesn't have that big of a rating, so I've got him on the bench. We've also got Sam Petrescu-Seaton lining up in the forward pocket. Dale Thomas probably lucky to get a run because he's been pretty woeful. If he doesn't have a big year, he could be getting the chop. Here comes Melbourne, taking the field.
The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelled correctly. Mind you, I'm the last man to ask.
Oh, a little bit of a stab at the Melbourne supporters there by Dennis Cometti. And here come the Blues. Get around them. Bryce Gibbs looking pretty good there. I have to admit, I wasn't keen on doing a coaching career because of the fact that I'm not a big Carlton fan in real life, but if the opportunity arises for us to be able to jump ship eventually and coach another team, we'll also look at doing that as well. But starting off with Carlton's going to provide a bit of a test, especially on the difficulty we've got it on. We're going to try as good and as hard as we possibly can, obviously,
to the left of screen. I can't wait for this match to get underway. I've had
for this season, and then moving forward,
first quarter is
if we get opportunity elsewhere, then we might look into that as well. But it's Carlton for us at the moment. Here we go. Matty Cruiser losing the first tap out of the season. Oh fuck, I'm going to go.
And he's heading for home.
And he's missed. Absolutely shanked it. Thank Christ for that.
The Demons by a point.
Maxie Gorn looking pretty good there. I don't know why he's the same height as Jack Viney though. Wiedering, good mark there. I was in 2 minds about where to play Wiedering, at centre half back or centre half forward, but we're going to start him off in defence. I'm trying to back Charlie Curnow as best as I can as he turns the ball over there. Don't know how that was a charging free kick. I was just trying to knock him out of the way to get better position for the marking contest. But Melbourne have the ball.
The spilled ball is collected. The loose ball picked up by Gore.
Gorn's going to get the hand, yes he is, and Jeff Viney's going to run and have a shot, I reckon.
The ball is slammed towards goal by
And there's the first goal of the game. Jack Viney slotting it through the middle. Way too easy. Just having a look here at team tactics real quick. I'm going to mix things up a little bit because we seem to be a bit stagnant and there's not much movement happening at all. We're going to move the centre to a tagging position. Leave everything else the same, just those midfield roles I want to change around.
Can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he
See if that
brings
makes
his
a difference
A-game
at
to
all.
every match.
It's my first crack at coaching career, so bear with me. Big hip and shoulder. How's that not a free kick? He shirt fronted the fuck out of me.
Simpson with the football. Superb
Good handball there.
He scoops the ball off the
Are
ground.
we out? No, we've turned it over. Stupid handball. Melbourne look like they're going to absolutely demolish us, and we get the tackle at the last minute.
Made the awkward bounce look easy.
We've got numbers.
Lobs the handball.
Oh, Cripps tackled just as he's about to get boot the ball. Come on, Blues. Oh, another big hip and shoulder. Piss off.
His hands on the footy. Pick up by
That's advantage. That's advantage.
on the ball at the moment. Kicked at goal by Hogan. Drifts wide to go through for the ball.
Thank Christ he didn't put that through.
Melbourne by 8 points.
They're absolutely dominating me at the moment.
It's time to roll the dice out there and see how the game might open
I am
up.
not changing the
Blues
difficulty
might
at any
get hurt
point
on
to
the
make this
rebound,
any
but
easier.
think
I
more
wanted a bit of a
scoring
challenge.
opportunities will present themselves. Melksham plays it off to the man on
I
the
didn't
run.
want to have it on a
Runs into
difficulty
the
where we're
goal.
just going to
He
pump them
grabs
every
it,
game.
lines
There's
it
no
up for the goal.
there's no realism in that. Carlton's obviously a team that's been struggling a little bit over the last few seasons, and I want to be able to not really emulate how they've been playing in real life, but I want a bit of a challenge for myself.
Carlton 9-0.
I'm a bit disappointed with some of the ratings of these players, though, because I feel... Come on, get the first touch, Melbourne. Yes, that's advantage. That's one of the most stupid things in this game. As soon as you touch the football, regardless of whether you've got advantage or not, it's going to get paid advantage. So I'm going to use that to my advantage every time I can. Cripps is already out of stamina. Are you kidding me?
Squeezes out a handball.
Come on, get the tackle, get the tackle. Nice there. Marchbank already on the ground. I don't know who we subbed off for. Charlie Curnow's going back. He's missed the mark, but it's all good. Charlie Curnow hits the board for Carlton.
The Blues are on the board.
Nice kick there. I was only actually going for the pass, but I managed to slot it. And as you can see, I've actually turned off all form of replays. I don't want anything holding up gameplay at all. Melbourne leading Carlton by 3 points. It was good that we hit the scoreboard late then in that quarter because they were dominating us everywhere else. And I think the stats are actually going to reflect how badly we have been dominated around the ground.
We'll go to Richo for the stats.
So uncontested possessions, they're absolutely dominating us. Contested possessions isn't that big of a difference. Cade Simpson leading Carlton with 3, as well as Paddy Cripps leading with the 2. Charlie Curnow with our only goal. Melbourne's had the opportunity. They could actually be 4-0 scoring shots, but they've missed 3 easy shots. They've let us in the game.
Melbourne with 6 and
have a look here. As you can see, there's a lot of players that haven't had a touch.
Quite like that, Richo.
Captain Murphy hasn't even had a touch yet. That's pretty bad. Gibbs hasn't had a touch. Cripps has only had the 3. Dale Thomas and Ed Curnow have not had a touch. So there's a lot of players of a higher calibre that haven't gotten their hands on the ball yet.
Develop the winning edge. Small differences in your performance can lead to large.
There's the hit out for the second quarter. We've already got the ball. The court dropping it. There's an easy handball. He's going to get it over to Gawn. He's going to get it back to Vince. He might go back to Gawn here. He's gone into Jack Watts. Jack Watts dropped. Hogan gets dropped. Petrarca's gone to Jeffy Garlett, who's gone and slammed a goal, stretching their lead, making it a bit harder for us to come back. 2-3-15 plays 1 goal straight, 6. We're winning the contest in the ruck, but they're just dominating in the contested ball around and the clearances. Jackie Watts going back from 50. Oh, he's just missed it. Thank God. If he had kicked that, it was almost surely game over.
Carlton leading the match 16
Especially with how
6.
easy they're getting the ball and how much I'm struggling to get possession. That's a good kick out. Sam Doherty, who I feel is very underrated in this game. He should have a well higher rating than what he already has. Considering I think he's one of the most informed defenders in the competition as it stands. He's got a pretty piss-poor rating in the game. Here we go, we're out here. Dale Thomas with his first touch. What's he going to do with it? He's hit Charlie Curnow with the handball over to Silvani. He's gone into Graham, who's been dropped. Petrevski-Seton. He's turned around and kicked it. Petrevski-Seton around the body. Quick little dribble snap.
They're less than a goal down. The ruckman giving each other
that was exciting. I don't know how the fuck he managed to bend that back. Big tap out again. Charlie Curnow runs away from the ball, but he's got the ball here. He's handballed it to himself out in front. Going to get the handball off to Silvani, who's gone for the dribble. Petrevski-Seton goes in. He's snapped it around the body. That's two. Petrevski-Seton, 2 in quick succession.
Very consistent. He does still need to do some more work.
And Blues for the first time take the lead by 2 points.
The ball mopped up, nicely intercepted by Cruiser.
Starting to see some dominance out of the middle here.
Viney approaches tackles like some people approach chocolate. He gains possession.
Here we go. Come on, Blues.
Gathers the ball.
Gibbs copping a big hip and shoulder there. Come on. Smothered by the captain. But it looks like Melbourne's going to get out of this.
No good tackling him there, mate.
Apparently that was too high.
High tackle.
Free kick to Bernie Vince.
Picture perfect drop punt. A good mark under the circumstances. Sees the leading man and sends the ball in that direction. The ball goes over the line.
Nice hip and shoulder there by Doherty, but the ball's gone out of bounds. I don't know why he didn't mark it.
You can see the determination on the ruckman's faces.
Cruiser again winning the tap, starting to get some dominance over Max Gawn, who gets the ball and goes for goal. But he misses to the right, and it's now a 1-point ball game. Maxi Gawn not happy with his efforts there.
Will take his time. He doesn't want to see it turn over and come back straight over his head.
Marchbank with a nice hip and shoulder again. No, that wasn't Marchbank, sorry. That was Jacob Wiedering. But he's turned it straight over to Cam Pedersen.
Sending it on its way.
We should have this. Oh, how's that a charging free kick? You've got to be kidding.
First half is over, and Carlton are in the lead by
good
1.
comeback there by the Carlton Blues, leading Melbourne by 1 point at half-time. Uncontested possessions, 57 to 29. They're absolutely smashing me.
How well are these teams performing?
Hit-outs, we're finally on top 6 to 1.
These two teams are kicking, both fairly
they are dominating us in every other field except for tackles. We've absolutely smashed them in tackles by 12. Maxi Gawn had it 8 times. Cade Simpson and Paddy Cripps only having 1 touch each that quarter. Petrevski-Seton the standout with 2 goals.
It's half time, but don't
very accurate in front of goal for us. Those 2 snaps by Petrevski-Seton, very, very exciting. He's a young kid with a lot of promise. Here we go for the second half. Cruiser winning the tap out again, but he's hit it straight to Jack Viney, who's going to get the handball over the top to Maxi Gawn. This is not the start we wanted, but he's missed again. Pretty sure that's 3 behinds for Max Gawn for the game so far. He won't be happy with his efforts today. Just going to start kicking it into space and hope we can run onto the open ball. Went for the handball over the top, but it got smothered. We could be out here. Paddy Cripps. Little chip kick over to the captain in Murphy. We're going to try to go long to Levi Casbolt. No one in the square. He's kicked a super goal, the captain. Get around him. That's 9 points.
And still rack up possessions. Murphy
for the non-Australian subscribers and viewers that are watching this video, in the pre-season tournament that AFL hold, it's a 9-point goal if you score it from outside the 50-metre arc. And it's known as a super goal, which is what Mark Murphy just went back and kicked. Gave us a little bit of breathing room.
Petraka gets the ball, gathers the ball. Simpson
looks like we need clearance here. Simpson out long, could hit Bryce Gibbs. He has.
There when he pulls in contested marks like that one.
I don't know what we're going to go for. We might try to go here to Silvani.
Don't take too long lining up.
All right, Silvani's going to go back and try to have a shot on goal. I don't know what his kicking distance is like, so we're going to try the torpedo. He's munted it. Kept it in play though.
He keeps it alive despite the traffic around him. Well, despite his best efforts, he can't keep it in play any longer. You can see the determination on the ruckman's faces.
Cruiser winning the tap again, but it looks like Jones might get to it first. Here we go, here we go. Get the handball over. Seaton off the deck. Oh, that could have been deliberate, umpire. Looked like he had intent to take it over the line. Carlton by 10 points. Just over halfway through the third quarter. Good turnover there by Charlie Curnow. We're going to go back and try his set shot as well. Go the torpedo.
Steers the ball towards goal.
Good distance, actually. I like that. It's going to go through for a behind.
Not many players can make it from that distance.
It's just good to test out some of these players' distances so I can start gauging where I can have set shots from. Charlie looks to be one who can bag them from about 50, which is very good. Matty Cruiser tries to lay the hip and shoulder, but doesn't work out.
Vince sends one up towards the wing. Great grab. Kicks hurriedly. Viney marks.
Viney may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team.
Good turnover there by Simpson. What can he do with it?
He opts to play on. Simpson with the kick. Great hands.
How?
Kicks the ball. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition.
Oh, he's turned it straight over Simpson, but he's going to get it back here. Charlie misses the mark. He might be able to get a cheeky handball in here. Come on, Charlie.
I haven't seen him for a while, Richo.
That's right, Dan. His opponents are all over him.
And here we go.
Graham
with the dribble kick.
Did you see that? Graham puts them back in
Carlton starting to run away with the game here.
The last 3 goals.
Graham was another player I brought in for this game. Unsure as to whether I'll stick with him because there are some other players that I'm looking at bringing in as well.
They're still in it, but they need something to ignite them in this last quarter. They can't expect their opposition to hand it to them.
Mark Murphy getting around the boys at the last break of the game.
Have a lot to think about before the
telling them what's on the line. We've got a big lead now.
Something to ignite them in this last quarter. They can't expect their opposition to hand it to them.
17-point lead at three-quarter time.
Stats tell us?
The Demons.
We're starting to slowly come back in some of the stats, as you can see.
Not much in it.
Contested possessions, we're now in front. Kicks were just behind.
24 on the
Cade Simpson up to 7 touches. Charlie Curnow on 5. Paddy Cripps on 4. Bernie Vince and Max Gawn for Melbourne both having 10. And then Cam Pedersen with 5 as the next best.
Thanks, Richo.
As you can see, they're a very big quarter. Especially that super goal. That gave us a lot of breathing room. And Cruiser's won the tap again, and we've hit someone, but we've turned it over by hand. Mark Murphy. I don't know how that's a free kick. It's a hip and shoulder in a contest.
It's a ball. The contest, no match for him.
And as you can see there, I tried hip and shouldering with Cade Simpson, but that didn't work out either. He might go to Petrarca here. And I've just tried to go for a hip and shoulder and missed. That opens the door for Petrarca to go back and have a shot on goal to bring back the deficit. And he has just missed to the right.
Melbourne is starting to drop behind. We'll look for a quick option here. A pinpoint pass is the key.
Wiedering tries to go the hip and shoulder and just misses. Watts takes it from the kick out. From 50, he's going back. He's just missed that to the right as well.
Big trouble for
Melbourne have had their chances this game. 2 goals, 8.
Is a pretty decent kick of the footy.
10 scoring shots to 7. Paddy Cripps showing some dominance there in the marking contest. But I've got a feeling he's turned it straight over to Nathan Jones.
He kicks the ball. There's no contest.
And Maxi Gawn, Cruiser, why aren't you on him?
Kicks the ball. He takes the contest.
All right, if I got a good rated mark there, why didn't he take it?
Free going the way of Lewis.
I don't know how these are charging. They're all in the contest.
Lewis kicks it.
See, why wasn't that charging then?
Oh, terrific courage. Tyson with no time to delay with that kick. Salem getting into position for the
Christian
kick.
Salem looking like having a shot from 50.
From here. The 45-degree shot is not too hard. He just has to keep his cool.
And he's almost missed the lot, but he's managed to sneak it through for a behind.
Needs 3 goals to get back in.
That's 11 scoring shots to 7. They should be absolutely killing me. Come on, Cruiser.
Solid mark from Cruiser.
Good grab.
Bypassing their forward targets and having shots on the run.
Going to try and move it up. Brycey Gibbs with a good hip and shoulder there. Can we get possession? I thought Gibbs would try to move to give us some good positioning there, but big hip and shoulder, turnover to Melbourne. And they're out here. Nate Jones has someone out there. Christian Salem again. He might go over the top to Petrarca.
Contested mark. Petrarca with a relatively easy shot. Sends the Sharon.
He's opted to go backwards, and he's turned it over. I don't know why the AI think it's a good idea to go back. How?
Free kick against Curnow.
It was in the contest, you muppet.
Kicked by Pedersen. Has he? Yes, he's paid it.
At least Wicked got that right. The umpires in this game are equally as frustrating as the ones in real life.
Picture perfect drop punt. Marked by Viney with the quick hand.
Melbourne going kick to kick, but they're not going to have enough time here. Salem's gone back.
Just fell through. Melbourne players with massive smiles.
However, even though that was a decent shot on goal, it is going to mean nothing because the siren has just gone. And Carlton, after looking like they were going to get absolutely hammered at the beginning of this game, run home with an 8-point victory, and you can thank the captain Mark Murphy for banging home that 9-pointer, because in the end that actually was the difference maker in the game. As always guys, thank you so much for watching and your support on the AFL Evolution series thus far. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button to show your support. And as I said, now we're going to have both the pro career and coach career videos alternating on the channel. So if you're new and haven't already, be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with both of those series. I do have another series up my sleeve, but we are going to wait for that, and that's just a little surprise for you guys to look forward to as well. And as we have a look at the player of the game, Mark Murphy, obviously, especially with that super goal, the deciding factor. The JLT series I've set at 2.5 minutes per quarter. And once we hit the proper season, we're going to bump that up to 5 minutes a quarter just to get more out of the game. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.